My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is the only channel dedicated to UFC fight picks and DraftKings lineups run by MMA insiders and professional fighters. Every week, I join Dan Kramer and Nick Newell, two longtime professional fighters that have fought at the highest levels on the planet, as well as Jacob Lyons, a skinny kid from Indiana. So join us every single week for our full fight card breakdowns, our individual fight card breakdowns, our betting guide, and our DraftKings lineups. UFC Vegas 32, Sandhagen versus Dillashaw is the most excited I've been for a card in a pretty long time, at least for a fight night card, right? Not a pay-per-view, but a fight night card. This is a really good card. There's some opportunities to make some money, but this is also a very tricky card. There's some real sleeper fighters in here, a lot of live underdogs, crazy odds all over the place. So we are going to walk through our bets. I'm saying we loosely. It is just me, but Dan is on an airplane right now. He's on like a 6-hour flight, and he has been texting me all of his bets and updates. So I have all that broken out here. I will walk through my bets. I will walk through Dan's bets. And then tomorrow, I'm going to go live at 12:30 Central Time to cover any questions and concerns you may have. So let me walk through my bets for UFC Vegas 32. Right at the gate, I have TJ Dillashaw. I love TJ Dillashaw in this fight. Listen, I understand he's coming off of a USADA suspension. I understand, obviously, he was using steroids and whatever else to game the system and get extra cardio and strength and all of that. With that being said, I still think he is one of the best fighters on the planet at that weight class. He's got unbelievable wrestling. He has very good power and fantastic footwork. Sandhagen has pretty good power and good jiu-jitsu. He's not going to have the footwork of Dillashaw, and he is not going to have the wrestling of Dillashaw. So I'm hoping Dillashaw is not just a shell of himself without the juice, and he gets this done. I got that at plus 150. I have Diana Belbita at plus 110. That's almost even money, but Hannah Goldy is nothing special. A little tank, right? She's short, jacked, strong, cardio, but she has no real power. She's not great anywhere. Belbita should get this done, and I'll take that at plus money. And then I have Elise Reed at plus 280. This is a flyer. You don't want to follow me. You do not have to. But Elise Reed is an undefeated fighter. Undefeated fighters are tricky, right? Right now she's 4-0. It could be, she could be 60-0 when she ends her career, or she could be 10-4, right? Or 4-10. I mean, who knows? With that being said, Sijara Eubanks is her opponent. Sijara Eubanks is 6-6, but don't let that fool you because she has fought some incredible competition. With that being said, she has struggled with cardio and weight cuts, and she is now moving down in weight. So I have Elise Reed winning this. I think Elise Reed will outwork Sijara Eubanks, probably lose the first round, and then win the next two with just grit and cardio and energy and just her willingness to come forward and make something happen. And I got that at plus 280. I only threw a half a unit on that. And then I have a couple of prop bets. I have Costa Yanez over 1.5 rounds. I love the 1.5 round lines because that's not that much time. And with that being said, Yanez is going to go at it. Costa is going to go at it. Costa's got power. Yanez has volume. I do think they respect each other enough, and I think they want this enough that this will go more than 1.5 rounds. And 1.5 rounds, 1 round's 5 minutes. Half a round is almost 3. So I think this will go to the 8-minute mark. So I put a unit on that at minus 120. Then I have Alan Soriano also over 1.5 rounds. Listen, Soriano is an absolute animal, and you can see that in the next prop bet. He's got power for days. He can knock out a horse if he wanted to. With that being said, Brendan Allen is a veteran. Brendan Allen has very good wrestling. Soriano also has wrestling, but Brendan Allen has very good wrestling, and he must be aware of the power that Soriano possesses. I imagine he is going to try to light up the legs or tie him up, shoot takedowns, slow this whole thing down, and avoid those big punches. I think this definitely goes into the second round, mid-late second round. So I think he gets that done. I think the bet gets that done. And then I think I have Soriano at KO, TKO plus 190. I think he can absolutely get that done. So Brendan Allen, a tried and true veteran, he will definitely lean on his wrestling. He's got a decent chin. He's got decent leg kicks. But Soriano can knock anybody out from any angle in any minute of any fight. So I did throw a half a unit on a plus 190, almost doubled my money with a Soriano knockout. And then my last prop here is Ralian or Rylan Paiva wins inside the distance, decision, no action. What that means is if Paiva submits or knocks out or whatever, wins inside the distance against Kyler, I get plus 160 on my money. If it goes to a decision, and honestly, if Kyler Phillips wins, this goes to a decision. If Paiva wins, there's a stoppage. So if this goes to a decision, I get a refund. So again, if Paiva wins by stoppage, I win my bet. If this fight goes to a decision, regardless of what happens, I get my money back. I get a refund. It's like nothing ever happened. And I'm going to get plus 160 on that. I put a full unit on that. I'm very confident in this because either Kyler Phillips wins a decision, which is the more likely outcome, honestly, I get a refund. Doesn't matter. If Paiva pulls off a submission or a knockout, I get plus 160 on my money. I love this bet. You're only going to get this inside the distance decision, no action at WeWantPicks.com/bets. That's the only place you're going to get this. So those are mine. Let's walk through Dan's. Danny Boy's got a bunch. He's traveling for work. I know a bunch of you are, where's Dan? Where's Dan? He is traveling like crazy for work. He is an executive. I'm not going to tell you where he works or any of that stuff, but they're doing a bunch of crazy stuff, and he is literally all over the country for weeks at a time. He's hopping in when he can, going on camera when he can, but no matter what, he's doing his research and giving us his picks and plays and bets and all that crap. So let's walk through his bets. Money line, he's got 4 money line bets. He has Derek Minner at minus 145. Derek Minner, very good wrestler, very busy, nonstop action, fighting an aging vet who is always live, but still an aging vet. Minus 145, solid money unit on that. Then he has Jordan Williams at minus 170. He has a lot of confidence in Jordan Williams' cardio because that's all this is, right? Jordan Williams is a very skilled fighter. All he needs to do is be in shape and be busy, and he does win this fight. Those odds are crazy, but Dan's very confident in that pick. Then he has Paiva at plus 240. He just went straight money line on that. I went 20 seconds earlier. I talked through the wins inside the distance, decision, no action. He just went straight money line with that because he's just confident that Kyler Phillips, although a very good wrestler and his striking is getting better, he's still sort of learning, right? Where don't let his record fool you. He has a bunch of experience, but it's not the same level as Paiva. So he's confident in Paiva to get a win here. He thinks he has better hands and better grappling. He has Ian Heinisch at minus 170, a half a unit on that, but he thinks Ian Heinisch's grappling will be better than Imamov's, and he'll just control Nasruddin and ride out that win. And then he's got a couple of prop bets here. He has Derek Minner wins by submission at plus 375. Only a quarter of a unit on that because his opponent, Darren Elkins, is crazy tough and a true veteran. Will probably avoid most of the submissions, but Minner's pressure and nonstop action may get him a submission. Then he has Phillips Paiva under 2.5 rounds. So he is very heavy on Paiva, pulling out a submission if he gets taken down or a knockout on his feet. He has a half a unit on that. He doubles his money. What's crazy about that is you double your money for under the rounds, and it's 2.5. So it's basically a complete fight. But you almost triple your money if you get Paiva by money line. So he's accounting for he's accounting for Phillips also taking down and just beating the crap out of Paiva there. Then he has Sandhagen Dillashaw over 2.5 rounds at plus 100. I absolutely love that bet. I think they're both going to take their time. They are former sparring partners. I think they're both going to take their time, fall into a rhythm. It is a 5-round main event. There is no reason to go in there guns blazing, and I don't think they will. I love that bet. I will probably snag that myself. He has Soriano Allen. Fight does start round 3. So I think Soriano gets this done. I also have the over on rounds, but I have over 1.5. He does start round 3. He got a little better odds, but a little more risk because Soriano's always live for that knockout. His thoughts are Allen's just wrestling and veteran savvy. Will drag this on a little longer. And then he has Eubanks Reed. Fight does not start round 3. And his logic here is either Eubanks destroys Reed because of the experience and level of competition, or completely gasses out, and Reed puts her away in under 3 rounds. Those are our bets. I blew through this, but let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Let me know your favorite bets because I will hop on them, honestly. I love bets. Go to WeWantPicks.com/bets for the full breakdown and the best match you will find. And you will also be able to grab some of these crazy props like wins inside the distance, but a decision is no action, which means a refund. Let us know in the comments what you think. I will be live at 12:30 Central Time on Saturday before the fights to talk through bets, DraftKings, and everything else. I'll see you then.